What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. As always, I was just talking to the absolute legends that are my TikTok audience. But welcome, everybody. It's Sunday night. It is the start of a week or the end of a week. I'm not sure how we think about it. Maybe the end of a week. No, hold on a minute. Let's call it the start of a week, all right? Probably important to think about it that way. Start of the week, and yeah, we're going to get into what's going on in the markets. We're going to sort of dial in a little bit. We'll try and understand what's going on. We'll certainly see what that setup looks like for this week. I just, FYI, don't think it looks particularly favorable. However, I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be wrong. We will see. We'll sort of get into all of that. But yeah, lots to talk about, lots to get into, lots to walk and talk through, especially a big launch coming tomorrow from none other than the Trumps themselves. So we're going to take a quick look at what that looks like. And more importantly, therefore, what the rest of the week could play out like. All right, so we've got quite a bit to get through in tonight's show. As always, we don't like to do things by halves. We like to make sure we work. Oh my god, didn't mean to press that. Like to make sure we're working hard, as always, bringing it to the audience, making sure you guys are very much dialed in. Hopefully, you've been tracking what's been going on. Some great plays over the weekend. Just saying. So if you did get involved in that, then great news. And hopefully that will then turn out very favorable in the long run for you all. With that being said, however, let's get into saying hello to a few people. And then we're going to get into all what's going on, which is going to be super bullish. So yeah, 37, good to see you, man. Big Al's, the first one's here. The best, the original OG gangster. Good to see you, man. Welcome. Magic Craig's in the building as well as JFR. What's going on, pal? Good to see Tony. Good to see you, Tony. Welcome, as always. Tim Shea, Crypto in the building. 37's here as well. Good to see you, man. As always, Robert Dover's in the building. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Hopefully we'll catch you a bit later on. Swamp's here as well. Tomato P, all the gang's here. What's going on? Selmo, you legend. Obi Joe's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone jumping in right now. John, what's good? Good to see you. Kevin's here as well. Magic Craig in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone jumping in. Kevin Sexton. You can tell it's Sunday. Everyone's here. Daniel, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Davo, dropping the hearts. Good to see you, man. Tim, dropping the 10 banger on the chat. What's going on, buddy? Welcome as always. Thank you for that, Tim. I appreciate it. Cheese in the house. What's going on? cryptonews. I'm not quite sure who that is, but welcome to you as well. And then welcome to everybody here on TikTok as well. So Davo in the house. Tiny Simon. That is literally one of the best names I've ever seen in my entire life. Says, what's up, bro? What's going on, Tiny Simon? Are you like one of those like just enormous people, but your name's Tiny Simon? Good morning from Auckland. What's going on, Dark Defender? Good to see you, man. Davo's in the house. Callum's here. Oh, Calamari, welcome. Good chat in the Discord earlier on, brother. Brian's here as well. What's going on, Brian? Welcome to you as always. JJ, good to see you, man, as always. Welcome, everybody. And don't forget to do the usual, as always. Tap up the screen. Do all that kind of crazy stuff. Tuba, you're here. I said Kevin Sexton, you're here. Good to see you, man. We'll get into what's going on. We'll kind of get into everything and anything that you could possibly ever imagine as we sort of walk through the kind of next few weeks, days, whatever you want to call it. So as always, all gravy. All gravy. Tiny Simon says, I got my own coin. Nice, bro. I like it. Okay. Well, let's take a look at some charts first and foremost, and let's sort of see what's going on. By the way, check all the links in the description, by the way, if you're interested in joining our totally free Discord, or maybe you're feeling a little bit more spicy and you want to be the first ever customer of the premium Discord, check that out as well. Starting to build it out. Let me tell you, by the way, that premium Discord is going to be amazing when it's finished. Freaking amazing. I'm excited about it. So I'm working super, super hard. I did say Magic Craig. I absolutely 100% said Magic Craig as well. But yeah, hopefully we can, hopefully we're going to make that super cool as well, which is great. Been here from the start, bro. Always listen on repeat. Hey. No, I meant just the name because it's at cryptonews. So sometimes the names are like being messed around a little bit. So I wasn't sure if you were like someone else that I'd already known. So apologies. But anyway, what's going on? Welcome as always. Appreciate you. And then Magic Craig and CJ in the house. So here we go then. Bitcoin on the 12-hour. People may think I am a lunatic. Maybe people disagree with me and they're like, what the hell are you talking about, 2-bit? But I am going to say, I think we've got some more pain to come. Now, this could be reversed, by the way. It could be reversed with some positive catalysts, some good news this week. We don't have a lot macro side. If you're in the premium Discord, you've already seen that. But anyway, we don't have a lot going for us. And here on the 12-hour, in fact, we are underneath the 200 exponential moving average. Not good. And we are definitely in the downtrend. And this is a real concern. So this downtrend is kind of where we're going. This is where we need to break. Look at this. Retest, retest. And we might come and retest it maybe beyond, you know, this sort of back end of this week, perhaps, if we get some more move. However, I think personally, just how this is playing out, I think this is going down lower. Also, don't forget some of these new indicators that we have, or that I have, are also showing a slight resurgence, albeit it is only for the last 4 days, which you would argue is markets are closed. So it's not really the biggest thing in the world. Markets closed tomorrow for Labor Day, obviously. But right now, we are definitely, in my opinion, on the 12-hour chart, looking a bit bearish. 4-hour chart is very bearish. Look at the distance here. This is actually showing a significantly declining market, which, you know, we want to see a little bit more upside. Remember, this indicator here, before we get to the 50 line, that's going to tell us that we might get to a potential reversal, but we have to get to that point yet. So, again, be mindful of where you are. The markets are bearish. However you like it, however you want to look at it doesn't matter what. The markets right now are uncomfortable. Look at this. We're really struggling to even break up above the 50-day exponential moving average, which obviously broke through significant trends and is showing no signs of breaking back up. So again, look at this. If you take this, this was the moment in which we lost it just in here, and in here you can see as this came down to break through there, telling us that we actually had a confirmational downtrend, which is exactly where we are now. If you go to the higher time frames, things like the weeklies, you kind of get into a world of saying, okay, well, it's not as bad, which is why longer term, we are definitely probably in a more favorable position. However, here is the daily chart. We need some positive news. We need some positive momentum. I personally, and again, it's just my view. Again, you don't have to do it. I'm just giving you my thoughts. I will convert some Ethereum into stablecoin probably a little bit later on tonight. ETH's had a nice little move, push it to 44.50. I think that's okay. I will definitely probably convert some Ethereum into a stablecoin and see. All right, not going to turn my entire portfolio to stablecoin, but I don't necessarily think this is a bad call. You've got some very bearish momentum on the shorter time frames. You've got very bearish indicators that are coming in. You've got a pretty flat week and you've got Labor Day. So my view is, I think we're going to go down a little bit further. Therefore, I'm going to convert some Ethereum because actually that's a nice little move into USDT or USDC. And then I'm going to sit on it with a potential then to look to buy the dip. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Again, that is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you what you guys need to do, but that is my opinion. Now, you could argue and say, well, hold on a minute, 2bit. Ethereum's had a really nice bounce off this range, and you'd absolutely, 100%, you'd say, well, yes, it does. And then you would also say, and they are absolutely on point, 2bit, from when you put those indicators on the chart. And I would say, yes, I totally agree with you. But understand, when we get capitulation of Bitcoin, we are definitely going to see a push down in Ethereum. I'm not saying ETH's going to 3,000 tomorrow, by the way. All I'm saying is I think there is an opportunity to accumulate more Ethereum while selling on a slightly decent move to the upside. Again, it's very unlike me to do this. Very unlike me to do this. Because macro, I'm definitely more bullish than I am bearish. But I just think, look, there's a lot of potential downtrends coming into the market, which I don't want to take the risk on. And again, nothing wrong with that. So watch out for ETH. I think Solana's a nice little move to the upside. Now, Solana is the opposite to what we're seeing. Sol's actually moving to the upside. This, therefore, could continue a nice little uptrend on Solana. Maybe this, maybe this goes the other way and actually moves to the upside. I think we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But look overall in the markets. Markets are pretty painful right now. When you take the overall macro, marginally 0.4 up, doesn't take a lot. It's up about $14 billion, nothing crazy. BTC dominance, obviously that big wick down. We'll see what that looks like over the course of the next, couple of days. But certainly as an ETH and altcoin move today, it's been very, very favorable to us as well. So that's what I'm doing. And I think that's probably not a bad shout. Now, you could argue and say, well, 2bit, hold on a minute. Hold on your freaking horses. Just 1 second, by the way. Because you could say, well, maybe... Oh, I didn't mean to press that, sorry. Maybe that you would say, well, actually, given the macro that's coming in, there might actually be some good news. The World Liberty Finance launch is going to come in. That could be good news. So, yeah. A lot of things are oversold right now from what I can see. Yeah, I mean, some definitely are. Yeah, we're definitely in oversold territory on a number of them. However, it is not going to be uncommon to see this further push down. But, again, you've got to do what's right for you. And if I'm honest, today has very much been a pretty boring day. Volume feels very, very low as well. So, yeah. But September could be different because of all the macro. That's true. It could be. It could be. It could be. It might not be as well, though. First week of September is usually the worst. Holmes, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we have, I believe, if everyone's up for it. Man, it's been holiday season. It's all, yeah, I think so. Hopefully as well. Hopefully. Let's go. 2bit is selling. The market is going to pump tomorrow. I mean, maybe it probably would. I'm not touching my portfolio. I'm up on Crow. Up on XRP, down on SHIB, down on Bonk. So pretty even for me. You can guarantee if I mess about, I will start losing everything I've worked for. Yeah, that's true. What's going on, Damien? Good to see you, man. Just have conviction in your decision. Rob, that's exactly true. That's exactly true. And, that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I'm at. Equally, I want to get into this world where I'm like, okay, I talk about charts, I look at charts, I make decisions, but I don't really act on these decisions. So today I'm going to act on a decision, and it may turn out to be the worst decision I ever make. It may not as well, so we'll see. But anyway, that's where we get. What are other people saying? It's important to think about this. What are other people saying? Well, look, Bitcoin cycles. Now, we've talked about this a number of times. It's been a hot topic of debate here on the channel, which is basically, is the 4-year cycle still in play? Are we on a new 5-year cycle? Or do cycles mean nothing and it's a complete waste of time? The reality is USDT tops at the red bar, all right? Tops, not even red yet. So again, what we see here is previous market cycles. Do you want to see this TikTok, by the way? You have to be a realist. Hey, 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗁𝗍, 100%. You just got to do what you think's right. And again, you know, it's my money, my choice. Do you know what I mean? 2-bit, is that a taxable event in the UK? Yes. Yes, it is. Which depends which way it's going to go. Depends which way I write it off or write it on. That's the reality, isn't it? So if I create a taxable event based on ETH that I bought, I mean, I bought it all-time high, Tim. That's the problem. I bought ETH when it was like 4,800. So I've already wrote some taxable tax off of that because, well, I definitely shouldn't have bought it at absolute peak all-time high. I think I was the highest candle that there was. So I'll be able to write some of those losses off. But yeah, and then it depends, obviously, what happens on the back of that. But yeah, it technically is a taxable event. Thanks for that, Tim. Impulse tops at blue signals. Again, last cycle was only one where red and blue were different. So again, what we see here is previous market cycles. So you can see here, look, back in 2013, 2017, and then likewise in 2021. And the reality is right now, based upon this chart we're looking at here, we are not in that place. So this is ultimately where profits sit, and more importantly, where the bull market and the bear market cross happens. The reality is not the halving, not the narratives. The business cycle is all you'll ever need to describe every aspect of the Bitcoin cycle. Now, you could say, well, I don't believe it, and I think it's a lot of nonsense, and that's fine. Equally, you could say, well, maybe this is actually true, and we have a bit to go. Now, this can change relatively quickly over the course of maybe 6 to 8 weeks. However, right now, you would argue that we are certainly looking for that upside move. And when you take a look at M2, which I talked about earlier on in my Bitcoin video, you have to come out and look at exactly where we sit. This is the dip that's coming now. M2 now starts to push to the upside, which then you'll all be saying, hold a minute, but you're bearish, though. What the fucking hell are you talking about? There is definitely some upside momentum coming in with M2. It is not an exact correlation. However, I think we could definitely see further pushing down. Again, just my opinion. What's going on, Bits Plays? Don't mention tax until, yeah, no, imagine Tomato Pete. So look, we'll see. But certainly, if you look at this as a chart and the Bitcoin cycle on a traditional, i.e., when does the bull market profile come in? When does the bear market profile come in? And then equally where impulse top and USD bottom, Vern's here as well. What's going on, chaps? We've got a way to go, and I think it's important. Big Al says, how do we know the M2 money showing on the indicator is actually coming into the market? Well, you kind of can't. Not coming into the crypto market anyway. I mean, you can't. That's the honest answer. But that's, you could argue and say, well, how do you know that M2 is going into automotives? You can't. The only way you know is that they're actually creating money, which means they're issuing treasuries. The only way, in fact, you could see it. No, I'm talking nonsense. I'm actually talking nonsense, Al. You could look at USDT, USDC, so Circle and Tether, if they're buying US treasuries. That's how you could see if it was coming to the market. So, for example, if the US issued, let's say $5 billion in US treasuries and Circle and USDT bought some, then you would argue that is coming into the market, sort of, because that's how they create debt, isn't it? They create treasuries and bonds, sell them, and then that's how they get the money for it. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Are you live unlocked YouTube? What? Are you live unlocked YouTube? I don't know what that means, but I'm on YouTube if that helps. Thanks, Vern. Appreciate it. Bits plays well. Coming in fresh right now. You guys are crushing it as always. As always. Yeah, it's Billy and XL. It's just the way it is. It's the most annoying thing in the world. But yeah, good news. Got me some Billy. Yeah, Billy looks great. If you haven't seen that video, definitely go and check it out. First ever Sui meme coin I did. And it looks great, by the way. It's still under $1 million as well, so watch out for that. Satoshi, a Bitcoin whale, dumps another 2,000 Bitcoin worth $218.24 million. And then guess what? Goes and buys Ethereum. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? Absolutely wild. Dumping like crazy and then buying Ethereum. It's all turning blue and it's all turning towards Ethereum, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, it's kind of wild to think that the Ethereum bull market might start. So 107 is the bottom and we go up from that. Natty, I'm not sure. We talked about this before on the channel. I unfortunately think, based on a lot of data, that we're probably going to go lower than that. Probably. If we get some kind of macro, i.e. money printer, or we can make it to the Fed cuts depending on what comes in, I mean, if you think about it, 50 basis points Fed cut might spook the markets a little bit. It's all a little bit weird at the minute. If I'm dead honest, it's definitely all a little bit weird. And we've got 16 and a bit days, all right? 16 and a bit days to see kind of how that all plays out, but watch out for this. Anyway, the good news is lots of people buying Ethereum, which again is a positive news cycle. Now, the only person not buying Ethereum is, you guessed it, Mr. 𝗦𝗲𝗿𝗁𝗍𝗲. Bitcoin is still on sale. He looks like he's setting up to buy some more freaking Bitcoin. Could be pretty interesting. Fed cuts in September. Yeah, they say, but who knows? I mean, the prediction right now is that, yes, we will get Fed rate cuts in September. The prediction is 25 basis points, which, is probably fine. I think that's probably what's priced into the market. I think they can't go any higher because people will definitely be like, oh my God, we're going into a recession, which is bad news. And I don't think they can hold, albeit they might do. And that I think is the craziest part, that they may hold. Now, we're down about 1% on Fed rate cuts. 86.4% is the prediction to come in on September the 17th. With a view then that we may get a further rate cut down to 3.75 in October. And then obviously we have November off, and then December potentially getting us to 3.5. It looks though more likely we're going to sit at 3.75, which would be a 0.5% basis point cut, which probably makes some sort of sense, but probably isn't going to do the greatest thing. What we want to see is the federal bonds and the federal treasuries going crazy. Basically, that tells you the printing money, and that's what pushes markets. Didn't JP Morgan say they think 3 base rate cuts this year? I mean, yeah, some people think there could be freaking 5. Don't forget, a basis point cut is 25 basis points. So you could argue 2 cuts could be 50, if that makes sense. So you have to be mindful of the words they play on. But anyway, so look, sailors buying. This could be good news. Hopefully, it plays out more favorable to where we want to be, going to be, and more importantly, how that all fits it. So good news. What's going on, Fairground? Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. There was a report earlier that said 10 billion USDT was moved from Tether Treasury to BITUNIX. If it's stablecoin, though, who cares? If it's stablecoin moving around, don't stress it. If $10 billion of Bitcoin went, start to panic. But yeah, if stablecoin's going, who cares? Who cares? That's my view. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Or this quarter. Yeah, I mean, look, September the 16th, 17th, what we just said, is potentially when the first rate cuts are going to come in. So yeah, we'll see. Right, this could be interesting, by the way. World Liberty Finance is officially launching their token tomorrow. Decentralized lending, governance platform, native stablecoin, USD1, auto yield vaults. That could be pretty interesting. We'll take a look at this tomorrow night. Token launchpad, derivatives and leverage trading, Web3 identity, global payment gateway. I don't know why it's got both of them, but anyway, maybe card and computer. I'm not sure. E-commerce and not. So this could be pretty interesting. Donald Trump actually rung me early on. He's like, yo, he didn't say that actually. All right. I'm lying. He was like, is that 2-bit crypto? I was like, yeah. Who's this? He was like, it's DT. I was like, yeah, bro. And he said, can you do a video? And he was like, it's $50. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. And then he joined my premium Discord, which is good news. Anyway, World Liberty Finance will be launching their token tomorrow. We will try and get the alpha as always here on the channel. Make sure you guys are dialed in for it. I don't have anything other than let's see what it does. It's going to be pretty interesting. This is where you can get your tokens if you are entitled to them. By the way, please be mindful. There's loads of emails and loads of scams, God knows what else, going around basically telling you, hey, if you want to go get your airdrop from World Liberty Finance, click on this link and it's on an email. I think I've had about 10. Please be mindful about it. But yeah, if you did sign up and you are a holder, then this is where you need to come and get it and unlock your tokens ahead of the launch tomorrow. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting statement here, by the way. They say this: zero hype, zero KOL noise, zero fake promos. Tomorrow World Liberty Finance launches, and after that, nobody will shut up about it. This could be, thanks. This could be interesting. And I not necessarily, I mean, look, it doesn't need to be a pump and dump. Like, we really, really don't want to see that. We don't want to see that at all. That would be bad news. But, hopefully we'll see something a bit more favorable. Hopefully we'll see something that is positive and certainly helps the market. What we don't want to do, like I said, is see like another meme coin S launch where everyone gets, where everyone gets wrecked on it, right? We don't want to do that. Right. BTC to 200K 2029. I mean, I would have thought so. BTC to 1 million by 2029 is probably more on the table. Are you going to buy Will There Be Finance? I don't know, to be honest. I will wait and see. I'll wait and see. Make sure you follow me on social media and I will give you my views as to when it comes out. But, you know, we'll see. I mean, look, if Trump wants me to buy it, then...
Can you talk more about Will Liberty Finance? It's going to be epic, you know, really epic.
Okay. I mean, look, we'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what it's going to look like, and you know, apparently it's going to be epic. So again, we will make a decision based upon what that looks like. I think personally on the launch, probably not. All right. I think personally on the launch, I don't think we will, but we'll have to see. Chainlink, yeah, I like Chainlink. I definitely like Chainlink. I think it could be good. I think it could be good. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Chainlink got that integration is probably pretty good news. Probably pretty good news. So we'll see. We'll see how that plays one out, to be honest. Do you want to put my XRP merch? I don't know. I don't know. Send me a link on X. I'll take a look at it. Take a look at it, and we'll see what happens. Do you think XUEX is a scam or not? I don't even know what that is.
2-bit. Don't ignore me. More World Liberty Finance, you know?
Is he fucking serious? What? What? What do you think Swift will pick up their RWA crypto? I mean, hopefully Swift will start to get a bit of a move on. Fingers crossed. But yeah, Chainlink or AVAX, I'm going to get more. I mean, AVAX, I would argue, is... I think AVAX is a... I think AVAX is lower valued or undervalued, in my opinion. So, yeah, but they need to get a wriggle on. But anyway, we'll keep you posted on this. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I don't think so. And I'll tell you why, right? And I'm not going to call out any specific projects at the minute, but whenever I listen to other people, I tend to then not get good plays, right? I tend to end up getting into something that I probably shouldn't do. And there's one recently where everyone was telling me it was going to be amazing. People were like, oh my God, like you can get into this like secret alpha group and it's going to be, and it's fucking garbage. The project itself is just pants. So we'll see. What happened to Morty? The team absolutely up, if I'm honest. It got sniped at launch. They did a bad job and they did nothing post the launch. So, yeah. Problem with projects getting sniped when you're not prepared for it. Well, you know what you've made when Trump is trying to get your attention. I know, ridiculous. Anyway, but yeah, so keep an eye on this one. This one could be good. Right. Anyway, more news. We're going to have to rattle through this because we are definitely running out of time. Ethereum is mirroring global liquidity 6K target in sight. Lots of people, by the way, Virtual Bacon himself saying that Ethereum is definitely priced in for a solid move. I'm down for it. I'm up for it. Again, I know you guys will be like, $2 billion, you're going to go into stablecoin with Ethereum, you massive chopper. Anyway, ETH confirmed a breakout on the bullish retest of the 3,900 to 4th there, flipping major resistance into strong support, which is what we talked about here. Again, ETH, if Bitcoin doesn't do anything and just chills, maybe we get a nice move on ETH over the course of the next, 2-3 days. If not, then I think ETH comes down to this lower range here, retest 4,000 again. That's my opinion. Green or red September? I'm going to controversially say green, but I don't think it'll be by much. Shine, we've just been talking about it. Will there be finance details? There isn't a lot. It launches tomorrow. Stay tuned. BOMO on base, is that still going? I looked at it over there. Trump keeps grifting. It's so gross. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely farming the market to a degree, I think. Trade design, 6-7K by Q4, global liquidity growth exports Ethereum. Again, lots of big money is going into Ethereum as well. So we've talked about this a number of times. Keep your eye on it. Right, some altcoins. And this is interesting, by the way. Some of the top altcoins that have been searched for right now. Why is this important? Because this is telling us that retail is starting to get a little bit interesting. They're getting frisky. They've got some capital and they want to spend it. Well, let's take a look and see what some of these top end ones are. Interestingly enough, and definitely tune in on Wednesday, by the way. Vern and I will hopefully have a new guest on our show on TikTok on Wednesday. But yeah, look at this. Formerly Matic, Pole starting to move with over 2.97 billion. People are searching for it big time. Ethereum, Kronos, Dolomite. I don't know what it is. Mitosis, I'm not sure. Pudgy Penguins. Man, okay, hear me out. I really want to get into Pudgy Penguins, but I feel like this is like the obsessiveness of me not being logical and being like, oh, just get into it because everyone's going crazy on it. It's going to be absolutely fine. Just buy it, 2-bit. What the fuck are you waiting for? but I think I will end up being disappointed. So we'll take a look at it when we get to the DeFi section, but man, I feel like I'm going to miss out on Pudgy Penguins. However, just FYI, it is at a $2.3 billion market cap, which is quite a bit. So we'll see. A Pipe Network we touched on as well. Bitcoin people starting to get excited about Solana. I staked even more Solana today. I'm hyper bullish on Solana. Hyperliquid, Aave, XRP, the official Trump token, and Ondo Finance making it there into the top 15. That gives you an idea on the first, first kind of top end ones that I think could be pretty bullish as well. So watch out. You've also got a couple of other ones that are certainly on the agenda, but yeah, definitely this. I said Matic was dead. I'm still not a massive fan of it. However, when we were talking the other night to Jan, that was pretty interesting what's going on with Matic. So, look, maybe it'll convince me this Wednesday that it could be worthwhile. Now, Stephen McClurg highlights XRP's position in Wall Street. Stephen McClurg emphasizing XRP's recognition among Wall Street professionals with a spot ETF being filed for. I don't know if you guys saw that on Friday. This could be pretty exciting, as well as Ripple payments. If you haven't gone to watch my video on that, you definitely should do. It is highly recommended. It is definitely worthwhile. Walks and talks you through what Ripple payments is all about, and therefore allows yourself just a little bit to say, well, this is why I think XRP is primed for a breakout. And I know many people are probably in the same place, but the pending approval of an XRP ETF could significantly influence market dynamics 100%. But when you look at Ripple payments, holy shit, that thing could significantly transform where the markets are. And when you kind of look at it and you go, well, that's pretty crazy. And then you understand that there could be a enormous potential of people that want to get into that, then yeah, you start to get in a pretty crazy place. So watch out for that. It's pretty bullish. If you haven't already seen, go have a look at it. You can't do the demo, weirdly, I don't think anymore, but you can if you go and watch my video, because I did it all. And it talks you through all of this. Massive banks, massive financial sectors coming in, all pretty exciting. I actually emailed the team and said, hey, does anyone want to come on and talk about it on my YouTube channel? It'd be pretty cool. We'll see if we can get anyone from Ripple on. That would be pretty exciting, wasn't it? Get Monica along on here, Brad Garlinghouse. Like, hey, Brad, I'm on. Like, it's me too, mate. Excited. But anyway, this is good news, by the way. If you haven't seen it, go and check that video out. Definitely worthwhile. Offers integration for just normal people, businesses, banks, financial markets, everything, right? Watch out. Pensions will be going to XRP. Just my opinion, not financial advice as always. Hi. Please can you let me know when I can buy WLFI Finance tomorrow? Yes. If you just let me know your phone number. No, I'm kidding. I don't need your phone number. Yeah, make sure you're in our free Discord link in the description. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, or if you are following me on X as well, then get dialed in, because we'll certainly try and let you guys know. It will definitely get announced in the Discord, by the way. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but man, it's pretty cool. So we have all the latest news that now filters auto into there from 8 reputable news aggregating sites. We also have Reddit's moonshots peeling into our Discord. I'm just integrating Telegram with the Discord as well. So we're going to start to get alpha calls into there. And then when you look at the premium Discord, it's crazy what's going to be in that one. Let me tell you, that is going to be a place to be. And it's only $25 a month. So watch out for that one. You don't have to join it yet, but I highly recommend it at some point. What's the website for World Liberty Finance Coin? It's all going to be on the same site, I believe. Hi, everyone. Make sure you're buying the dips. Joe, bro, what's going on, pal? ETFs will take time to see price movement. Bigger catalyst will be on November with Swift news. That's true. What do you think about Ondo? What was that? Jesse, what do you think about Ondo and HBAR? Super bullish. Go and watch my HBAR video if you haven't on YouTube. It is, HBAR right now as well is on a freaking, it's on sale. Look at it. It's at 22 cents. I literally, if you go and watch that video, by the way, I said, if you are interested in getting to HBAR, wait. We could definitely see a retest of this low range of this 100 at 22 cents. I literally freaking said it on my video. So, I think we might even come down a little bit lower. If I'm thinking Ethereum is going to do the same, HBAR may come down, retest 20 if you're looking for a potential long trade or a spot position, but keep your eyes on that one for sure. Right, continuing on. Hong Kong firm is now going to be raising 500 million Hong Kong dollars for crypto expansion. This is going to be pretty exciting as well. So International Commercial Settlement Holdings plans to raise over 500 million Hong Kong dollars through new shares to invest in cryptocurrency, as are Metaplanet as well, by the way. Due to dropping share price, they are deciding to go and get even more money to buy Bitcoin, which is kind of wild as well at the same time. Any big macro news this week? Not really, Ollie, not really. Hold on a minute. Let me just, did I put it in here? Did I actually put it in here? Trade signals. Oh, I freaking did. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. I know. What have you got this week? You've got ISM manufacturing, which could be interesting. This all drops Tuesday, by the way. You got nothing on Monday. Vehicle sales, I don't think will be a big deal. Construction spending month over month could be an interesting one, but that is about it. That is about it. Yeah. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. But that's about it. Thanks. I'll look at your YouTube. Same name. Yes. And the link is in my TikTok profile as well. So you can get it from there. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. My, I think my little microphone here that I have for TikTok's going a bit weird. Let me know if the sound quality is all right. TikTok. Where can I put it? Where do people have these things? I'm not really a... Maybe I put it there. Maybe I put it there and it's kind of all right. Anyway. I've been in a lot of online chat. So solo flip ETH by Q2 wondering what you guys think. No. Nice one on HBAR call out. Yeah. Yeah. 22. Called it exactly. Literally called it exactly. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. Watch out. Lots of people buying. XRP Ledger now hitting a record RWA market cap. This is still super early, by the way, as well. As players now join the blockchain. Boom. Watch out. Lots going on here. Some of the most important additions, by the way, Ondo's OUSG tokenized treasury fund, Guggenheim's digital commercial paper, and Control Alt's tokenized real estate. Guess what? All on XRPL. Pretty crazy to think about. Pretty crazy to think about. And then finally, just a couple of charts, by the way, that I thought are worthwhile just taking a look at. Just checking. It's really you today. Danielle, it's really me, I promise. It's really me. Just a couple of interesting charts. This is the 1 year Bitcoin holders. And I have the 5-year Bitcoin holders. And it's interesting. What you can see here is that basically all of the selling pressure that's coming in right now is anything under a year. You can see here, anyone that's held Bitcoin over a year is now declining. They are accumulating more. They're not selling. Likewise here on the 5-year, you can see this as a little bit of a spike, which we talked about, but definitely starting to come back down again here. So the price of Bitcoin continues to go up. Yes, we saw this uptrend here into 2024, by the way, it's on the yearly chart. 2025, we are still seeing this come down, albeit not crazy, but definitely still starting to come down as well. Likewise here on the 1 year. So thought it was just a worthwhile couple of charts to keep your eyes peeled on, because I think it certainly plays out more favorably and understanding the macro of where the market is. So yeah, important to think about. Good. Right. That was the news, everybody. That is that. If you got any questions, thoughts, opinions, views, tokens, coins, whatever you want to talk about, let me know. We can bring those up. If you've got into a trade you don't like, let me know. Let's have a look at it. And yeah, failing that, we'll just look at the Pudgy Penguins chart, because why the hell not? Pretty interesting. Right. Now you still sound like a con man. Keep it real, please. Wow. What? You still sound like a con man. Keep it real. What do you mean? What do you... I just talked about that. You know my feelings now. I just talked about the 5-year chart for Bitcoin holders. What the hell has that got to do with being a con man? Lil Pepe, don't know much about it, to be honest. I've seen it everywhere, but not much. I mean, Injective, what do you think? So a couple of people talked to me about Injective. We got the chart here somewhere. Where is it? Injective. So 1290 right now is under the lower support range on the 100-day exponential moving average. I'm just gonna be dead honest. No, it's all right, Blazer. Don't worry about it yet. We're not gonna ban people just for having an opinion. It's fine. Especially when that opinion's wrong as well. So you know, the art of being on social media, I guess. You're looking on this for a break above the 236 Fibonacci at 1328, or you'd argue Injective is going more bearish. I don't know too much about the whole ecosystem itself. I know Justin on that YouTube channel is way more interested, but on the daily is in a marginal uptrend, but we'll see. Where are you going grade 2, bit? What are you talking about? I don't like just for men or anything like the way. I'm back at work tomorrow, so I have to get rid of this. I have to get rid of this one, to be fair. One time says, I'm just joking, maybe a couple of dollars. Can I have it one time? Oh dear, the truth hurts. Maybe. So yeah, I mean, look, depending where you get on with it, when any of these players, and don't forget, some of these are way down, and the altcoin market is significantly down from where we've been, but you know, it's hard to be super crazy on a lot of them. But from a technical standpoint, short term, it is upward trending. Doesn't mean it needs, you know, it doesn't mean it's going to go anything super crazy. It definitely is a catalyst to kind of work with it as well. But you know, what was its all-time high? $52, and it's currently priced in at what? 12. So they're 4x away from all-time high. So might not be the worst one in the world. Again, my question is always, what is it doing that's making it worthwhile buying? Just my opinion. Kevin, what's going on? Says, just reporting the latest news. Let's get it, Kevin. So much hype everywhere, but the price keeps going down. Gary, I'm not sure there is like super crazy hype at the minute. That's the point. I think everyone's there's way more hope right now. There's way more like, we just want to see the market people are like willing the market to turn to use this cryptonews. Willing the market to kind of push back to the upside, whether it'll come or not. That's the debate. Macro's, hurting a little bit. Wall Street, all the rest of it. We'll see kind of whether we get some more solid ETF flows over the course of the next couple of days. We'll see. We'll see. You're not allowed to be at work. Yeah. I can. Yeah. It's really unkept. So I just need to trim it and do all the things. But yeah, I'm going to be at work. The market's open tomorrow. It's US holidays. Yes, correct. Correct. Labor weekend, best deal. I'm not even reading that. Don't forget. Oh, he's such a chopper. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Got any XCN? No. Not really. Not really. What's your day job? I work in retail. Yeah, so I work in retail basically. Did you see the submarine in my videos? Yeah, I did actually. I feel like I did watch your video. I don't know why. Not that it's bad. I just don't know why or when I watched it. But yeah, definitely it came up like on my screen the other day. I think maybe I watched it late on one night. Do you like XRP? I'm brand new, but seeing so much mixed opinions. Yes, Jesse, I think XRP is going to do big things. Definitely recommend going and checking out some of my YouTube videos. I literally did a demo on their newest platform release, Ripple Payments, which is super, I don't sell cars, which is super interesting. And I think shows, in my honest opinion, the direction of where I think XRP is going to go. And more importantly, Ripple as a company. Now, there's a couple of key things to think about. Ripple Bank, as well as integration into ETFs and much more. So again, you got to understand what it is you're investing in before you invest anything. And, XRP, in my opinion, will be a good one. Now, 281, you'd argue, and I talked about this again on my XRP video earlier on, it needs to get back above this line. If we don't see XRP at 287 over the course of the next couple of days, in my opinion, I think we come back down. We'll retest 277. If the market pushes down, I think we'll retest 250. I can't, there's nothing here. There's no real support here between that line. So, which could then throw out a potential. Remember, it's always better to ladder in, ladder out. If you're not sure what that looks like, we're going to have some educational content coming soon. So watch out for that. ETH, yeah, dealers, or deals with 3 S's. Yeah, I like ETH. It's my biggest holding right now, Ethereum. So yeah, very bullish on ETH. More than just the actual product itself. I'm more bullish on everything that's built on Ethereum. Stablecoins, treasuries, Ondo Finance is using Ethereum. Everything's built on freaking Ethereum. So yeah. And then at the minute, lots of big corporations are buying lots and lots of ETH. For example, although I don't think they bought anything over the course of the last couple of days, did they? I don't think so anyway. We got a pretty big buy from Bitmine Immersion Tech on the 28th, but no one's bought anything since then. But yeah, could be good news. Thought on DOT, as in DOT. What Polkadot? Jesus Christ, I couldn't remember what the coin was called then. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a thought on it, to be honest. I don't really have a thought on it. I think it's there. Is it going to be the craziest coin this market cycle? Not sure. Doesn't feel like it. Where's it sitting right now? At like, man, what even number is it on the top 100? Jesus Christ, where is it? Where is it? It can't be that far down. Oh, there it is. Polkadot. The 25th highest ranked cryptocurrency, $6.13 billion market cap. I just don't see why it's going to all of a sudden be a monster. You know what I mean? It's in 228 million. Just to give you an idea of to where that sits, by the way, it's behind Litecoin. And Litecoin is probably the most like OG, crazy crew you never met. But anyway. Steve says, look after your followers, mate. Sorry for the last comment, but being burnt in the past of influencers. Steve, all I'll say is two things, actually. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead here, right? I'm generally not. And I'm not trying to be like one of those people that are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But I 100% agree with you. I have been in that situation before. This channel's a bit different. And I'm not gonna sit here and go, I'm going to preach like I'm, the best thing in the world. Because, look, I'm always going to do, promotional content. And sometimes we get it wrong. What I would say is that I live stream 6 days a week. I'm open to criticism. We have gone through some of the most challenging moments of this market as a community. We have a free Discord in which you can join. It's totally free. Everyone's in there. We're building that out as well. And yeah, I think you'd struggle to find a more hardworking person on YouTube than me, in my opinion. But yeah, and I'll always reply to messages. I'm that kind of guy. So look, what I would say, Steve, I thank you for that message. I appreciate it. Stick around. You might enjoy yourself. But yeah, my best interest is always for the community. Always, actually. So yeah. BlackRock is stacking up on ETH big time. Yeah, I think so as well. Why did the 2 billion whale dump BTC on the open market and not through an OTC desk? Maybe it's just like an OG, like, don't forget, it's Satoshi era wallet, Al. It's probably just like some absolute chopper that mined Bitcoin on his like work computer when he shouldn't have been. Do you know what I mean? Just like one of those people. And then someone's gone, holy shit, have you seen the price of Bitcoin recently? And they're like, oh, no, I haven't actually. Or maybe I should. And then all of a sudden they just like go and do what they do and dump it. So yeah, I need to sort these mics out. I don't even know if that's working properly. Anyway. See, it like flips down. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this, TikTok. I'm sure you're getting the best audio quality of your life at the minute. There we go. Yeah, so many scamming influencers out there, but 2bit is really a genuine guy. Thanks, Calamari. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Davo. Did he dump it through, or did he rotate into ETH? Do we know? He rotated into ETH, yeah. He put it into ETH, definitely. Definitely the same exact wallet. So, yeah. Sound is good on TikTok. Thanks, Rob and Sarah. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay, good. Where are we sitting right now in the market? So BTC 109.057. In my opinion, still pretty bearish. ETH's actually down a little bit at 1.76%, up 4451. So down a couple of bucks. Down a couple of bucks. Is this a good time to get into buying altcoins right now? I mean, my opinion, yes. But be mindful of what you're buying. And more importantly, why are you buying it? So for example, don't just buy it because someone says, oh my God, I think ETH's going to be the biggest play in the world. At the same time as well, ladder in, ladder out. I've got a full video that's going to be going into our educational section on our Discord, which is totally free, by the way. We're not going to make sure you pay for that. That's not what that's about. Which will tell you how to do it. And I would give credit to Mr. Holmes as well, who's in our Discord and equally on our lives. Let's say you have $1,000 to invest in a cryptocurrency, right? Let's say you want to go and buy Ethereum, then invest $250. Invest 254 times. You're going to then average your price out, especially if you're in a downtrending market, which might not feel like it right now, but in my opinion, it is, right? My opinion, it's definitely a downtrending market. So you take your 1,000, you invest 4 times at $250. Therefore, you average your price out. Hopefully, therefore, you then can allow yourself to get a better opportunity to buy in. That's my opinion. That's my opinion anyway. Look at Bonk. Yeah, Bonk was doing pretty well today. Bonk was doing pretty well today. So I don't know if you guys have seen as well, by the way, I have actually started. Yeah, my Discord is free. It is totally free to get involved in. It's very new, by the way. It is very, very new. So yeah, it's totally free to join in. And yeah, we're building it out. It has all the latest news that's aggregated into it. It's also pulling moonshot players from Reddit. Again, DYOR on that one. And then I'm currently building out a paid premium Discord that that will have some other bits and pieces in it. But as it stands right now, you can get into my Discord, which has all of that stuff in for free. All right, totally free. Yeah, DCA in it, exactly that. Exactly that. I think it's a package, but I think Big Al, you shut up. Right, anyway, Bonk. So Bonk definitely has an opportunity. If you haven't already, by the way, and I know I feel a bit shilly tonight. But don't worry about it, it's fine. Only because it's fine and it's fun. So if you haven't already seen what's going on, there is a new channel kicking about. Now, it's a very new channel, by the way, and it's super, super new. But it's here, look, the 2-Bit Crypto meme channel. I started a meme coin channel as well, just to try and separate the two things out at the minute. It's only got 2 videos on. But yeah, if you want to go and hit the subscribe button on there, you can. Absolutely worthwhile. Just look for 2-Bit Crypto memes. We're going to hopefully transition and have 2 separate channels. Now, again, not like I have, nothing to do. It's not like I'm just bored. Oh man, I keep trying to get your comment out, Zach, and it just keeps like bringing up your portfolio for some reason. I don't know why. Not portfolio. What do I mean? But anyway, if you want to go and give it a follow, that'd be great. And yeah, if you want to go and interact with some of the videos, that would also be great. But yeah, I figured that would probably be a good idea. But yeah, Bonk, in my opinion, is at a critical level right now. It needs to break above the 2278. That could give us some more bullish sentiment. Don't forget, by the way, we did actually get a positive news story here back in July as we start to print to the upside. But unfortunately, that is dissipating down. So Bonk, in my opinion, critical push to the upside. Fingers crossed, that should be good news as well. So yeah, hopefully, I'm bullish on Bonk, by the way. I own Bonk. I'm invested in Bonk. I think Bonk Fund could be good, especially if Pump Fund just ends up being a complete disaster. Then I think Bonk Fund could be the good one. And then Pepe, this is kind of where I'm at. This is like eggs in the basket kind of time. Lauren, shut up. This is eggs in the basket. Pepe is like my eggs in the basket. Hopefully he does what Shiba Inu did in 2021. Fingers crossed. But what's going on, Zach? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, definitely DCA. I made the mistake of not and had to DCA over time. Lesson learned. Exactly. Exactly. Always worthwhile. That's why on the pumps, you take a little bit off the table. That's why on the dumps, you put the table back in. Again, at some point, the market will flip bearish. You need to get the hell out of there. But, you know, hopefully at that point, we as a collective community will have made those conservative decisions to say, right, I think the market's over and we need to get the hell out of it. And obviously we'll do that as always. Somehow it looks like I'm already subscribed. Let's go, Magic Craig. I'll tell you a secret. It is the Marbits YouTube channel. There's a secret for you all. So some of you already might be subscribed, but anyway. Some of you might be already subscribed. Kira, what's going on? Good to see you, man. Welcome. And Taya Sims in the house. Well, welcome to you both. So yeah, anyway, good news. Right. Let's look at Pudgy Penguins sharks. It's fun. Pudgy Penguins, come on. Let's go, bro. But yeah, I just want to have like, I just want to kind of have another, like a meme coin channel that is going to be very tailored towards meme coins. And then the main channel that's going to be very tailored towards like macro crypto stuff, which I think will be cool. So, yeah, it's going to be hard work though. And I guess in my opinion, it's going to see if I can actually build a YouTube channel out or whether this last 3.5 years has all been fake. I've just somehow managed to kind of get to where I'm at right now. Kira, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Pengu price target. Pengu price target. I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't ask me those kind of questions. I mean, I've started following the founder on X now, which Luca Nets, which I haven't done before. And the more and more I look at it, the more and more I'm like, okay, this could be pretty interesting. Obviously, they have a car in the NASCAR. They've got a game that's just come out that's trending on the App Store, by the way. But the chart is very much not great. Well, I say not great. Depends what you want, right? Here's the view. Do you think Pudgy Penguins can be in a world with its massive IPO rights, could be a multi-billion-dollar company? I mean, the reality is probably. And if the token moves along with it, then yeah, that could be good news as well. But yeah, I mean, where's my price target right now? If it hits big, you know, could this hit 6, 7, 8, maybe, you know, $1 billion market cap potentially? Potentially, we could track it if you want. Oh man, I didn't mean to. What? So yeah, I mean, it definitely could be. So if we were to say, let's say for example, Pudgy Penguins hit the same market cap as, let's say Shiba Inu, right? Where does that get us to? It's about a 3x from where it is, nearly 4x. That would give you an 11 cents Pudgy Penguins. If you were then said, well, could Pudgy Penguins be the best thing in the world? And it actually goes and maybe hits the Dogecoin market cap, which is going to be pretty difficult. That's 52 cents to 17x from where it is. It's not that crazy, but it needs something big. It needs like I think it needs a big RWA, like IP right contract or something, you know, like a big, like massive, like a Disney or something like that. Could be pretty crazy. So yeah, could be pretty crazy. When you give price targets, is it for this bull run, and when do you think it will end? Yeah, so price targets for this, where I think the top of this bull market will be on certain particular coins, yeah. I think Pepe could do Doge market cap or close to it. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Bobby says, what about Athlete's Foot? I mean, I only have read it once, and it wasn't great. I'm not going to lie to you. I had to get some 𝗥𝗲𝗀 in. And I used to go around and be like, hey, where's the 𝗥𝗲𝗀? 𝗥𝗲𝗀. I just kept saying it like that. 𝗥𝗲𝗀. I don't know if that helps at all. I don't think it does, but anyway. I don't think it does. Obi says, you are not helping my hangover. I've told you about that. Don't drink before. Don't drink. Not good. Big Al says, we're still only running till October and 140 to 165. I mean, I'm seeing nothing to say otherwise right now. I think nothing at the minute to say otherwise, Al. Maybe you see something I don't. Maybe you see something I don't. Again, one of us will be right, one of us will be wrong. Maybe we're both wrong. Who the hell knows? Maybe we go into like an end of 2026. I don't really know, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, like I said, 4% a day gets us to, you know, 165 pretty much. That's where we want to get to. My stream cut out. Yeah, it might have been my end as well, Chris Moore, but I don't know. I actually moved an internet router into this room so I could get it. 2 months on the Mediterranean Sea works wonders. Like it. Markets are looking more promising than Friday. Let's see what Tuesday brings. Well, that's it. You've got another day to go tomorrow, which we might just see kind of like a we could see a live shaving of it, but we might just see a little bit more, trending upwards. I mean, Bitcoin, a 0.26% increase on the day is basically nothing, is it? Let's call it like it is. It's basically nothing. So, maybe that plays out a bit more favorably. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll see. I used to have a really strong stomach, but as I get older, things, Craig, what the hell is that statement? What is that statement? Someone ban Craig. Get out of here, Craig. What the heck? Oh, dear me. I nearly read that out. Sorry. For what bit, Chris? Pudgy Penguins price predictions. I don't know. Maybe it hits 52 cents. 52 cents takes us to about the same market cap as Pepe. Maybe it gets to that point. They need a big IP right deal, I think, like a Disney or a Pixar. I mean, imagine like a Pixar Pudgy Penguins film. That would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? That would be pretty crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. See, on TikTok, they're asking about where we think price predictions go for Pudgy Penguins. You guys are talking about pimple poppers, girls and cups, and corn doctors. Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? No wonder this channel is going to the... It's absolutely going to the... It's going to the pits. Fine. Anyway, right. Time will tell. I think it's probably the best thing. Some Ondo news due out midweek. Yeah, look, there's been some Ondo news kind of landing over the course of the last week and a bit. It feels like every day they're putting stuff out, which is great news, by the way. I think Ondo is very good news, in my opinion. By the way, in my opinion. What did they put out earlier? So another defining week for tokenization, dropped with these significant developments from regulators, banks, and tech companies. The SEC pushed for unified trading frameworks. Google Cloud unveiled institutional blockchain plans, and banks embedded USDC into payment systems. The takeaway is clear. On-chain infrastructure is no longer experimental. Here is what you need to know. So Paul Atkins obviously saying the super app coming. Finastra partnered with Circle, which is obviously pretty big news, bringing stablecoins. BCG published its impact of DLT in capital markets. Google Cloud advanced development of institutional layer 1 blockchain, GCUL. And the CFTC clears paths for non-US crypto exchanges serving the US markets. All, by the way, will have a little bit to do with Ondo. And then more importantly, on the back of that, by the way, look at this. Ondo's keynote, Ondo at CoinDesk Policy and Regulation, US Securities and Exchange Commission, Hester Pierce and Mark Yanoff will be discussing that on the policy regulation in DC. So pretty big news. Like, Ondo's going to DC as well. So get freaking dialed in because I think it's going to be good news. So yeah, I'm bullish on Ondo Finance, by the way. I am very much bullish on Ondo Finance. I think we got some good stuff coming with that. I'm actually going to have to close the chat. Oh my God, all crypto is dropping next month. I mean, maybe. 37. Thanks, man. Sorry, my stream cut out if you answered it already. Chris, I don't know what it was you're asking me for. Thanks, 37. Appreciate it, my man. September is generally, not a great month. Not a great month. And yeah, I mean, we probably will see some more decline in the markets. Depends how you look at it, though. Do you look at it as opportunistic or do you look at it as the world's ended and, I wish I'd sold at the top? That's how you got to look at it. And this is why we talk about just having a little bit of capital on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking some profits. Nothing wrong with just being positioned to make sure that you can make decisions. The worst thing you can be is see big dumps in the market and have nothing you can do about it. So traditionally, September has been on the average. This is why I think people may get it a little bit wrong, right? I'm not saying that they will, but yeah. Have you seen SPX 6900? It's not researched it. Yeah, I've seen it. It's big and it's on Coinbase now, which is kind of good news, but yeah. The reality is, look, if you take the laws of averages for September, the previous 2 years of September, 2024 and 2023 were actually positive. And if you look at it, over the last 6 years, it has actually been reversing. And, this is where you can be spun as a particular narrative that may not work out, and you can fix yourself on something that might be wrong. Now, again, I am bearish short-term on BTC. And I said that I'm short-term on the crypto markets. But look at this. Since 2017, we got -7, -5, -13, -7. And it's been lower ever since. So since 2019, where we got the biggest, outside of 2014, which doesn't really count, the biggest decline in the cryptocurrency market. However, if you look at 2019, just as a general rule of thumb, was pretty painful outside of April, May, and June. It has actually been working its way to a potential reversal. What do I mean by that? Well, look, if we work our way down, -7.5 in 2020, -7 in 2021, which was a bull market year, -3 in 2022, and then actually +3 and then +7. So you could argue that we've sort of dipped into, the lowest point being around 2022, and then we've started to come back to the other side. Who's not to say that we could print on the laws of averages 10% in September? Have we done it before? No. Could we do it again? Maybe. So I think we have to wait and see what happens. I think to go all in based on historical data. I mean, if you took out the 19 and you took out the 13, what does that look like? And then look, October has only ever had 2 months that have been bearish for Bitcoin, 2014 and 2018. So think about that. Justin in the house said it's over. Drinking on health actually helps. That's true. That's true. I just got a feeling. Tropic, hopefully. Midnight, the buys are going to go crazy with XRP. Let's hope so. I'm down for it. I'm down for some crazy XRP buying. That would be good fun. That'll be good fun. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. I might set a couple of trades up later on. Maybe go short on ETH. We'll see. I started unstaking everything. Interesting. Interesting. Screenshot that for me too, bit. This. I'll send you the link. Do you want to see? Do you want the link, or do you just want to? Well, I'll just send you the link and you can go to it. Where are you there? There you are, buddy. Send you the link. Sent you the link. Boop, 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 boop. Tropic, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Chibit, did you get into the RLUSD play? Have you even seen the market cap? Oh, man. I love it. I love it. No dramas, Vern. No dramas. Here, have a cool sticker. Do you like this sticker, by the way? I sent you it earlier, I think, didn't I? Oh, I didn't send you that one, actually. Look at that. Look how cool that sticker is, bro. I think it's good anyway. How long do you think BTC will go? How low do I think it's going to go? I mean, look, we talked about this on Friday. There's a couple of key areas you need to look at. You have to Fibonacci this from a long-term standpoint. So the previous high down to where we get to, there's a couple of very interesting price targets that will allow you to kind of get into a little bit of a narrative. What are those price targets? Well, here we are. The first one at 105,448 at the 0.618 Fibonacci is probably where I see us coming down to retest first. We could get down as low as the 382 at 93,700 would be my prediction. If you look at that and how this is kind of all played out, if you take this across, look how well it's kind of respecting some of these lines. That 382 at 93,703 looks pretty bullish, and the 99,576 at the 0.5 Fibonacci. So that's kind of where I get to, if I'm dead honest. I think this is kind of where we come and retest some of these lows. But yeah, I guess if you were asked me to give an actual number, I think we could come as low as 93,703. I don't think we come as low, but it's on the cards. Just my opinion. Close above 108,800. Think we go up this week. Nice, Johnny Mac. I like it. I mean, that would give... I mean, well, no, you need a close. A close on the daily. You see, the thing is, you'd want to close above 111, really. If you wanted to get bullish on this week in a view that actually break the trend, bear in mind we're in a pretty aggressive downtrend right now. 111 is where you need to break above. 108 is, I mean, 108, 108 is not a lot, really. We're running, what did we say? 108, 800. We're at 109.1 now. So, yeah, I think we because we need the 100-day exponential moving average. 110.866 would be where I would say, look, that could be an interesting retest of that range that could then signal a breakout, but we'll have to see. Hollowell, thank you so much for the flames. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. You guys are crushing it right now. 23,000 likes as well on TikTok. Let's go. Should be a lot of resistance at 100k. Yeah, there will be. There'll be a lot of resistance at 100k. That'll be a significant, which means that if we hold, brilliant. If we don't, Oh my, it's going to be tasty as F. That is going to be pretty tasty indeed. Pretty tasty indeed. So, yeah, fingers crossed we get it. Crow should fly again soon. I mean, Crow had a good day today, I think. I know it's down 4%. That's weird. It definitely pumped today a little bit. 31 it went back up to. Yeah, Crow consolidating. In fact, this is exactly what you want to see, really. You know, big spike, and then it consolidating before it then starts the next move. That's what you want to see, to be honest. Definitely. Definitely. Good. Victoria Green says, hi guys, help. I still can't find where to buy World Liberty Finance tomorrow. It'll be on their website, I think. We will definitely announce that in our Telegram, in our Discord. So once I know where it is, make sure you're in there for sure. How old is 2bit 52? Nope. No, there's definitely, I'm looking on TikTok. There's definitely no grey in there. 43. I was actually 42. 1, 2, 3 days ago. Thanks for all the happy birthdays, by the way. I did live stream. Dropped a few dollars on MCGA, Johnny Mac. I don't even know what that is. Sounds interesting. API 3 will be the power. Yeah, I heard people talk about that as well, by the way. Heard people talk about that. I wasn't just, by the way, I wasn't crying. Just in case anyone thinks I was crying. My eye hurts. Oh dear. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that. V-chain to the moon, maybe? Maybe. 28th, that guy. 3 days ago. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 28th. And I was 42 years old. God. Where did the time go? How come I didn't get into crypto? Oh, I did when I was back in 2017. Imagine, this is the time to get in. If you're like a 21-year-old, I'd be all over social media like a crazy person. Oh, nice, that guy. The best birthday, they're always in August. Always in August, let me tell you. Let me tell you. But yeah, if I was like 21, no misses, no kids, I would be smashing social media to pieces. I bet if I was going to say something else then. 26 here, nice. Nice. Yeah, I'm liking Crow, still holding thing. We will almost definitely see $2 by the end. Maybe, nice. Xmas babies, yeah. Yeah, it's not worth thinking about. It's not worth thinking about what happened. Oh, dear me. Happy 80th birthday for the other day, 2bit. Hey, thanks. Thanks for all the happy birthdays for 3 days ago, guys. Appreciate it. It's not like I fucking told you it was my birthday, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Not one of you sent me a message. You set of cretins, so, you know, I ain't bothered. What's your thoughts on Altcoin? Probably that, really. I don't know too much use for it. That's the problem, because everything that's integrated with Telegram is like, has its own separate wallet anyway. You're going to go and trade DeFi. You're going to go through Uniswap or a decentralized wallet. I feel like it's not decentralized enough for me to use it as like an everyday wallet. I have used it, by the way. Weirdly, I got paid for a video in Toncoin and had to get it in a Telegram wallet. It's dead easy, by the way. The wallet's great. Like, it's super easy and super, you know, like, yeah, really not difficult to use, but not really my thing, to be honest. Happy birthday for 362 days time. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Altcoin. You know, a bit indifferent, to be honest. Anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. That is the end of the stream. As always, we appreciate you. We do about an hour, although I think we've been live in an hour and 5 minutes. I would generally go longer, but no one wants me to go longer. And obviously, I'm now trying to build 2 channels up, which is certainly where we are. And equally, just starting to allow myself to think about what could this look like as a full-time job. How do we get to transition from the 9 to 5 into full-time cryptocurrency? And this is going to be all parts of it. So there may be things that you lot might be like, hold on a minute, 2bit never said he was never do that. I'm always going to try and keep the community first, but I generally want to try and think about how do we transition from a basic just doing YouTube content to how do we make this kind of like a bit of a full-time thing. So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we'll start to build that out. And yeah, if you want to be part of that journey, then, you know, come along with us. Could be fun. As always, though, thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow night, 4 p.m. Eastern. As always, keeping you updated into the market, as well as latest content coming very, very soon. Watch out, that World Liberty Finance launch. We will certainly give you the alpha on all my social media platforms, as well as here on YouTube and TikTok. So with that being said, enjoy it. Catch you all soon. See you tomorrow.